it's time for another hieroglyph, or actually two in this particular case. So what were these two and how were they used in ancient Egyptian? That's what we'll get into in just a moment. Welcome to Voices of Ancient Egypt. If you're new here, I'd love it if you'd click subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss future videos like this one. All right, so what are these two? Well, let's start with the triangle sign by itself. This is actually, you might not guess this one, a conical bread loaf. So this is a loaf of bread that's actually made in a cone shape. Bread was a central main part of the ancient Egyptian diet, and so there are actually many different hieroglyphs in different bread shapes. But this is one of the common ones you'll see in written texts. So the other sign, of course, is an arm with a hand holding said conical bread loaf. And these two signs are used basically the same way. They both represent the sounds of D and Yod. So in modern times, we pronounce this D. And the main place you'll see these used is in the verb that means to give, put, or cause. And this verb is a very irregular one, so it does some weird things. It can be written either as ready or as D. And of course, it can take many different suffixes and so forth in the Egyptian system, but these are the basic forms. And one of the places that you will see the form in its D form that's very common is again in the so-called offering formula, which I've mentioned recently when we were talking about oxen. And this shows up at the very beginning, where we have the beginning of the text starts with hetep di nisu. So hetep's another word you've seen before in these videos, and if you haven't seen that one yet, that's back pretty close to the beginning in the first couple weeks of these videos. And D here means basically which is given or which the king gives. The basic part of this phrase means an offering which the king gives. And this opens this whole offering formula that talks about giving offerings to a god, who in turn then will give the offerings to a deceased person and often has a very long laundry list of offerings that that person would like to receive. All right, I'll see you in the next video.